So Epcot's going to be receiving some pretty exciting new additions next year and the year afterwards, but we'll dive into all of that up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast on location in Epcot, and you know what? Let's just get straight into it. Now, over the past year, we've extensively been covering the replacement to Epcot's iconic nighttime spectacular, Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, as the much beloved show that has been running nightly since October of 1999 was officially announced by Disney Parks blog back in September to be ending its illustrious run next year. However, at the time, we didn't know any more official details as to what would be replacing this show. But earlier this year on DSNY Newscast, we reported on multiple insider sources who had stated that the new show would see the inclusion of Disney IP and would potentially use groundbreaking storytelling technology, mainly in the form of synchronized drone formations above World Showcase Lagoon. However, at long last, Disney have finally released some official details regarding this replacement for Illuminations, which will begin in 2020, as Disney Parks chairman Bob Chapek announced that it will be an all-new transformative spectacular that will celebrate how Disney music can inspire people from around the world. However, at this time, this show does not have an official title. But in this 2020 nighttime spectacular, it will be using massive floating set pieces, custom-built LED panels, choreographed moving fountains, and also lights, pyrotechnics and lasers, which perfectly aligns with what we previously heard about the inclusion of Disney characters and movies from around the world. And to be honest, it sounds like this new permanent replacement is going to be implementing many various show elements that Disney have perfected within World of Color, Happily Ever After, and yes, even Rivers of Light. But just because the drone technology hasn't been mentioned at this point doesn't mean that it's not still coming to the show, as there are many more technicalities and logistics to drone flight paths, durability and consistency for a nighttime spectacular, which is something that Disney are clearly still working towards in their nighttime entertainment offerings. But before all of that, Epcot's going to be receiving an interim show in replacement for Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, which will begin in fall of 2019, with this new Epcot Forever show to be set to classic Epcot tunes from the past 4 decades, with the show's narrative beginning with a spark of imagination, which will then grow into an epic spectacular of fireworks, music, lighting, lasers and special effects kites. Now, the very fact that Disney is stating that this show will use imagination as a central theme might be a good indicator that Figment might appear in this show in some form, as Figment has become a sort of Epcot mascot over the last few years, which will certainly keep the Epcot purists happy. However, at this point, until Figment has been confirmed, it's just an educated guess. But Disney also announced that the Ratatouille attraction, which you can see being built just over there in the background, finally at long last has an official name of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is simple, clean and straight to the point. But all of this is slightly irrelevant, as many guests will just end up calling it Ratatouille anyways. However, it is interesting that Disney decided to go in a different direction from a leaked survey of names from back in August that used combinations of culinary, mealtime and dinner in the name's alliterative titles, which perhaps is a prime example of sometimes trying too hard when an obvious name is staring you right in the face. However, the use of Ratatouille in the attraction's title is a much better move, as most guests will recognise the movie's title over that of the lead character of Remy, much the same way as they do in Disneyland Paris when people refer to the attraction as the Ratatouille ride. And that's not the only new thing that was announced for the France Pavilion, that they'll be bringing a Beauty and the Beast sing-along experience to World Showcase that is being created by producer Don Hahn, who produced the animated classic as well as the 2017 live-action remake. But don't worry, this will be in addition to Impressions de France, so it seems that Disney will be alternating between the 2 different show films within the same theatre space, which is a great way to keep the edutainment aspect of Epcot alive, whilst finally incorporating Disney IP like Beauty and the Beast into the France Pavilion. And meanwhile, we've even got a little bit of news regarding Disneyland as well, as it was also announced that a brand new nighttime show called Mickey's Mixed Magic will debut on January 18th, 2019 at Disneyland Resort, celebrating Mickey Mouse through state-of-the-art projections, lighting and lasers on Sleeping Beauty Castle, It's a Small World and up and down Main Street USA, as well as over on the water screens in the Rivers of America. But now, it's over to you, the Waltoneers. I would like to know, what would you like to see Disney name this transformative new nighttime spectacular that's going to be coming to Epcot in 2020? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comments to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast enamel Waltoneer pin. And congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning this suggestion from a previous video where we were talking all about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and also for winning with this suggestion here from a previous video where we were talking all about the Marble Land that's coming to DCA. And so that's it for today. So go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Check out the DSNY Newscast app for iPhone. This is completely free and it's a great way to stay up to date with all of the latest Disney news. And if you've enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.